the one that had graced 1,000 sports pages. He still had the same hair, too, dark golden brown like maple syrup. It's great news about the research grant. I never thought we'd see you back living in Firefly Lake. Kat hadn't either, but desperate times called for desperate measures. If things worked out like she planned, she wouldn't have to live here permanently. Her stomach nodded. Life can surprise you. It sure can. Luc's smile slipped and his blue eyes clouded. Kat's face heated. More than anyone, Luc knew how life could throw you a curve. So what's the problem? His voice was gruff. Kat swallowed. The problem, Stephanie interjected, is that Kat wants to register her daughter for hockey. I already told her we don't offer girls hockey, but even if we did, registration for any child older than 5 closed in September. Stephanie's voice had the same smug tone as in first grade when she'd told Kat the whole class had seen her underwear. She glanced at Luc and her expression warmed. It's nothing for you to worry about, sugar. Kat blinked. Stephanie had the same mix of Vermont and Quebec roots she did. As far as she could remember, nobody under the age of 70 had ever called anybody else sugar around here. Hockey spaces fill up fast. Luc rested one blue-jeaned leg against the desk. I hear Amy's a good little player. His gaze shifted from Kat to her daughter. Your grandma has told me lots about you. She has? Amy's eyes widened. Absolutely. She's real proud of you. Luc reached over Stephanie's head of pageant hair and scooped up several sheets of paper from the desk. The girls here are into figure skating, not hockey. But there's nothing to say a girl who wants to play hockey can't. Since Amy's only turned 12, if you give the go-ahead, she can play on the boys' team. One more kid won't make a difference. But, Stephanie stuttered. It says right here, no exceptions. She waved a blue binder. You could get me fired. I need this job and... You won't get fired. Luc's gaze swiveled from Stephanie to Kat and held. She trembled and her breath quickened. No exceptions unless at the coach's discretion. Since Coach McPherson fell off a ladder hanging up decorations for a New Year's Eve party and broke his leg in 3 places, I'm filling in. In this case, I'm making an exception. He quirked an eyebrow, and his smile was sweet and way too sexy for comfort. Mom? The yearning in Amy's voice punched Kat's chest. Please? You promised I could play no matter what, remember? It's not as if there's anything else here for me. Her face was white, her expression strained and etched with desperation. Kat had promised, and she'd already taken Amy away from the only home she remembered, her team and the hockey tournament. She drew in a breath. There's family here and a good school for you. Kat had to get Amy back on track academically. And she had to give them both a better chance for stability and future financial security. School's a waste of time for me. Amy stared at her feet, but not before Kat caught the flicker of uncertainty in her light blue eyes, as well as the fear. Her stomach clenched. Had she put that look in Amy's eyes? I guess you can play with the boys, at least for now. She forced the words out and glanced up at Luc. Thank you. The backs of her eyes burned. Luc was still kind, and although he hadn't been a real part of her life for years, he'd slipped right back into looking out for her like he always had. Mom! This time, Amy's voice was an excited yelp. She jumped up and down, and her winter boots squeaked on the scuffed tile. You're amazing. He's amazing. This is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I promise you won't regret it. Kat regretted it already, but she couldn't deny Amy something that would make her this happy and help her feel good about herself, too. Luc pivoted away from Stephanie with surprising grace, and Kat's tongue got stuck to the roof.